I want to show you guys around of our new space. So we were able to upgrade our headquarters where we do our shipping and have our office space. We call it the Yegi HQ. So I want to show you guys what we have so far. So we got the keys about a week and a half ago, and we're in the planning and setting up phase. We are still working half out of the old space and half from here. So I wanted to give us enough time to really create the space that's going to be inspiring and amazing to work out of. So here we go. This is the back side. This is the parking lot. I'm so excited to be able to have a parking lot that we call our own, because the area we're in, Burbank, there's barely any commercial spaces that has its own parking lot. So yeah, that's one plus. That was a good sell why I wanted this location. So as we enter from the back, it was actually initially two separate locations that we took on both, and it's kind of combined now. We're going to use one side for shipping and one side for our office location. So right when you step in from this side, this is where our creative space is going to be. We are so far in the messy moving stage. We wanted to kind of bring everything in and then see how we're gonna fit everything. That's kind of my process. I have to visually see it, even though there are better tools nowadays to plan this. But we wanted to kind of do it like our own with the girls. We wanted to move in. It's like our home, and we're gonna set it up. So we've brainstormed already, and this is what we came up with so far. So we love the windows, by the way. So that was like another sell of why we're like, I'm signing. So this corner is where we're gonna do kind of like a fun seating area. One thing everybody agreed on is they wanted concrete tables, since it's like contemporary, modern, new, fun. The only issue I have with those is possibly because they're really, really heavy. The conference table we got is I think like 650 pounds. So I'm hoping once we place it, we're not going to change our mind to move it around. But going back to our plan. So this corner, we're going to go ahead and do a nice seating area that we're going to try to multi-use. So another big thing with this space is we wanted to make sure for it to be multi-purpose, because this is also where we're going to teach our LA classes out of. I wanted to also, you know, save money from the having an additional location where we can break down the class and rebuild the class as needed, so the space could be multi-purpose. But this corner, again, we're gonna have a nice seating area. We're gonna have a cute coffee, concrete table, but we're also gonna try to multi-purpose it for as our podcasting corner. So we can do podcasts from there. We can also hang out and have coffee if we want to. Then moving on, we're gonna try to do like a divider in between, and we're gonna have like that's where we're gonna have our big conference table. So we decided we want an area where we can all sit, collaborate, talk through ideas, and we literally have talked about having our goals and our vision board, and we're gonna try to set that up in that area where when we're sitting and planning, we have something, you know, fun to look at and visual, put it out there, you know, all of that law of attraction stuff, and make our goals happen. And honestly, since we started doing that, even though it's before it's built, things started happening for us even more. So I'm happy. So that's that. And moving on, we really needed a place to also do photo shoots, because I still need to, you know, have a space where I could do my photo shoots to save time instead of just renting studios and going and coming. You know, time is money, so we needed to be as efficient as possible. So in this corner, we decided to do like a bigger backdrop where we can do the photo shoots, mini videos, or whatever we need to do for our academy as well, since we also have online classes. So we're gonna do a big backdrop here, and again, we can use it multi-purpose. We can put the backdrop down, we can put it up, and still have enough space to set up the class when we're not shooting videos or photos. Then in this nice corner, we're gonna do our product photography. Again, having everything kind of in-house and right here makes it easier and more efficient. So even when we have more ideas, or you know, anytime we have an idea, we can just go and shoot and be ready and have everybody's on hand, compared to, you know, having to go to a studio. So that's what we're gonna do with this space. And now let's go. Oh, and along the wall over here by the windows, most likely this is where we're gonna have our little desks and our workstation. So with the idea, my idea of the space, this is how we were imagining it. Everybody will have their area, their desk station, but a lot of times we're gonna try to build our HQ kind of like the Google culture. So if you kind of get sick of sitting in front of your desk, you can move around and you can go sit at the coffee area. You can go sit down at the dining area. So another thing I wanted to put is actually also a treadmill. Like there's treadmills that you can stand on and they don't go that fast, so you can walk, and it has a desk so you can walk and work, because some people like me can sit still and you need to have that space. So the whole idea behind of it is creating a space where everybody's gonna feel comfortable, but that's gonna lead to more productivity. So that's my idea of the culture we want to expand and build on with Yegi Beauty. Okay, moving on to the not so fun creative side is the shipping side. So this is our hallway that connects two of the locations together. We have a few bathrooms here. We do have a little kitchenette where we can, you know, do our lunch and all the fun stuff. Of course, we need an espresso machine, because who can live without coffee? This area for now is still storage, and it has all the boxes we use for shipping. Not too sure what this space is going to be used for. Maybe like a showroom for all our products. And then this is the whole room where we're going to do shipping from. So nothing too exciting to see here, but we will have shipping stations and all our products where they can be packaged with love and shipped out to all our customers. Well, was getting very crammed in our location, and where I didn't have a place to sit, you know, when I went in and wanted to sit and have a desk, because I even gave up my office. Initially I had a nice office with a sofa, but then I had to give up my office so we can have a photo area for our product photography. It was time. And plus in our office section, we kept on piling, kind of like this now, we kept on piling boxes and boxes, so our office area kept on getting more and more cluttered, where we had no room to really like sit and work, and you know, it's not really fun sitting in a crammy place. It was time to move. Plus, actually, I wanted to move last year. We were ready to get a bigger space last year, but then COVID happened, and of course, like everybody, I got scared because I didn't know how business was gonna be, if it was gonna grow, if it was gonna fail, if we needed to redirect. But thank God, and we're able to survive and grow. So it was definitely time. I want to say it's not only my vision, honestly. With the girls and people we're working with now, everybody's been with me for a while, and everybody feels like family now. So we all sat down and kind of had our vision session together. So we were thinking of it more like a loft style, homey, very creative space. So that's kind of what everybody agreed on. So that's what we'll make happen. The moving part. The worst thing about moving has to be the moving part, honestly. And just being in that transition stage of not really feeling settled either in the old place or the new place. So we overlapped about a month, a little bit over a month, in order to do our move. And the worst part is that, but that's the worst part, but the most difficult part is actually having to make a lot more decisions. Decision making is actually harder than people think sometimes. So when you have a bigger space and more you can work with, it's harder to figure out what to do with it. So, and we want to make sure we create the space we love, so we don't have to redo anything. So I want to say that's the more difficult part for that reason. Wow, I don't know. I'm just excited to see the whole thing come to life. And to be honest, I personally don't spend that much time in the office. So I'm excited to see the excitement of my employees. the move. I think they got maybe more excited than I did in a way, which made me even more excited, because everybody kind of is gonna have a new home and a new, better creative space that they get a say in of how we're gonna decor it and set it up. So I think that's the part I'm most excited for, is to have a creative space for everybody to come together and work together. So if I were to pick one space that we kind of talked about, it would have to be our conference table area where we're gonna have our dream board. So whoever knows me enough by this point, it's kind of obvious that I really am like a big goal setter and planner, and I almost have to make sure everything on my list come true, or else, you know, I just do, okay? I just make sure it happens. And not to brag, but literally anything that I set my mind to and put the goals, it has happened. And so, but I was doing that more for my personal life with the minds of the business as well, but it was just for me and personally. But now with getting this new space, we kind of started doing that as a team for the business, and I've seen already a huge jump and progress in the business. So I'm excited to see just that sitting area and our visual dream board of like the whole company and the team of what like results it's gonna lead for us. So I really am excited about that part of it. But on a side note, the only thing on my list that has not come true is, I said for my 30th birthday I was gonna buy my dream car, and I still haven't jumped the gun because we've had a lot of expenses with the house, with the baby, now with the new location. So I'm a little terrified, but it's gonna happen. So maybe when we're done setting up this place and I still have some money in the bank. Of course we are. So I'm trying to let everybody in more on our day-to-day lives with all the vlogging stuff, but honestly it's really hard when you have a full-on life to live. It's hard to be vlogging it. But we're trying, okay? So I promise, as we have a bigger team and more people to help, we're gonna let you guys in on our day-to-day and how much fun we try to have while working. You know, I may be biased, but we have fun while we work as much as we can. But yes, definitely we'll give you a tour of the new space once it's fully set up. But like I said, I want to get everybody's feedback. We want to create a space that's for everybody, and our future employees, if any of you that are watching want to apply, we have to be amazing to be part of our team, okay? All right, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm tired. Does that sum up my questions? All right. Bye, guys.